friends, I'm Jacob Odiwa, the director and founder of Divine Hope Upendo Education and Empowerment Center. This center was started in 2016 for the purpose of supporting children from poor families and also single teenage mothers. In Tanzania, when a girl child has been impregnated in school, they are being locked out of education. They are sent away out of school. And out of that, they give birth to children, and at the same time, their male parents or their fathers, they abandon these women and they abandon them with their children. So they have nothing to do, and they have to struggle to support themselves and support these children. And that is how we came to start this project in order to support them in their needs. There are very many, because we know around this place we have very many fishermen, since it's along the lake, and they are very promiscuous. So they impregnate, especially young girls, and then they abandon them. So there are very many single mothers and the orphans or children who are being brought up through single parent families. This happens because of poverty. When the girls, they don't have money maybe to go to school, the schools here are very far, and sometimes on the way they are given lifts by the so-called boarders, those who have motorcycles for business. So they carry them free of charge, and then they impregnate them as a reward to pay for the service they have given free of carrying them to schools. So that is a great challenge in this area, and our project strives and struggles to address such issues. There are very many cases, but we can only reach a few due to our limited resources. So our name, which is Divine Hope Upendo Education and Empowerment Center, just to be brief, is that divine is like a godly act, and the hope, we chose the name because of at least giving these vulnerable children and women some hope. And Upendo is a Kiswahili word which means love, which means the service we give them by being grounded on love. We are guided by love to give this service to them. So it is love in action. This center is purposely giving services free of charge, and there are so many needs which we need to carry out. There are so many needs. For example, we have the needs of the toilets, the needs of beds and mattresses for children to sleep in, the needs of learning materials, and those are the major challenges. And we have been having some proposals which we thought it's good also to share with you. We think of starting a poultry project which will help to give out some money, at least to buy for them food and other basic needs. We have already got the structure, but we need a capital to start by getting some poultry so that we can begin straight away. The toilets also are really in bad shape. They are incomplete, and we need to complete them. At the same time, we really need some computers so that we can have computer laboratory where the children can get some resourceful materials, and even the teachers also can get some resourceful materials for the teaching and for their service to the children. For the women, we are thinking that if we can empower them by giving them tailoring skills, so if we can get some sewing machines to empower them, also some little capital to give them so that they can start small businesses, and we hope by doing that, the small businesses will help their children and will help themselves also. And in fact, it can provide sustainability at the end of the day, because they will not depend on the center forever. There are so many needs, and after empowering them, we really want them to be on their own, support their children and support themselves, and even to support others. And at the same time also, they can even support our center, depending on how their sustainability rate is. So those are some of the things which we really need. But we normally use democratic education. Democratic education means that we depend on volunteers. The women, they discuss some of their issues so that they can get solutions to their problems. We only come in to support them in providing for the solutions which they have suggested.
My name is Wambura Joseph. I'm a teacher of mathematics and Swahili at Divine Hope. I'm here for 1 year and 3 months.
My name is Lilian Ngeleja. I take Divine Hope baby care class on English, fine art, sports and other activities.
So far, they are doing some agriculture, but we don't have enough lands. We don't have enough materials for operating such ideas. We really need friends, we need volunteers, and we hope these volunteers can help us, since we don't have money to employ people to give us such skills. But then volunteers can be able to empower these women with skills, teach them how to do business, teach them how to have quality and technological agriculture, teach them how to have some skills even in addressing their issues. We also need skills even in fighting HIV and AIDS, because that is also a major issue. So in this place we have children born by single teenage mothers who are poor, but at the same time we have orphans who have been left due to this disease called HIV and AIDS. As I have said, the place is around the lake, and there are many cases of HIV and AIDS around. So some of these women, they are affected, and some are infected at the same time, even some children. So if we can get some medical care for them, it's good. But because we know it is not easy to get all the support, we really want to start some of our projects which can be able to fund such activities in our project. So we really come through this presentation sharing our ideas, needing you to join us, give us some more ideas to see on how we can help these people. We know with partnership, cooperation and collaboration, we can move very far. This just came like my idea, but now I've incorporated very many. There are some volunteers around here, and you will see them later, who are supporting us in doing this work. We have some volunteer teachers, and we have some who are even preparing for them food, and also at the same time, even the place where we prepare food is not a good place, but it is better. So it is better than nothing. So we really have many needs, but at the same time, we thank God for the far we have reached. Since the children are healthy, they are eating, they are very, very jovial, as you will see, and we really just need your ideas, your support, volunteers to come, and even some donors to come, visit us, encourage us, and this thing will be a dream come true. It will reach many people. Our vision is to promote quality and sustainable education to children, and provide quality and sustainable agriculture to women, and at the same time empowering them. That is where we came with the issue of education and empowerment. So education is primarily for the children and for the women, but empowerment is about also for children and the women, so that the two, they go together. With education, there is empowerment. and there is no empowerment which can come without education. Now, our mission is to increase access to quality education and to increase access to basic needs to these children, and to provide empowerment through agriculture and business skills. And our motto is about love in action, which helps in providing quality education and empowerment. Now, our values, which help us to give service, we have responsibility, accountability, respect, honesty, integrity, openness, flexibility, innovation or creativity, and also at the same time, we really need networking, collaboration, and cooperation. So we have our goals, which according to us also supports Millennium Development Goals. The first one, we strive to eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. Extreme poverty can only be eradicated, and in our part, we reduce it because it's not easy to eradicate it. But we reduce it by empowering these women to do agriculture and business skills that can reduce the extreme poverty. And by hunger, by doing agriculture, they will get some produce to support these children. And also, we strive to achieve universal education. We have even some women, we teach them English and we teach them how to write and read. Simply to achieve the universal education and a quality one, not just the one which is being given as free to government schools, but the mode of education is in Kiswahili. We also strive to reduce child mortality and improve maternal health to the women. When we support these women with some medicine, with medical care, they are able to reduce the child mortality, which means children will be born healthy, so they'll grow up healthy, jovial, and in a good position. Our project also strives to combat HIV and AIDS, since, as we have said, we have some of our beneficiaries, women, who are affected, and some are infected. And even children, some are affected, and some are infected. When those who are supposed to transport them are infected, automatically they are affected. So by giving them medicines, by advocating for health care, by giving them guidance and counseling, we also create public health awareness to the community and to our beneficiaries, at least to reduce this HIV and AIDS, because it is really eating the people and it is becoming a threat. We know the government provides medicine, ARVs, but they don't provide food. So with the ARVs, without proper balanced diet, they don't work better. So many of them are always sick, they die early, even if they are given such medicines. So it is our project now, which we strive to give some of them a balanced diet by empowering them and giving them basic needs. Also, we strive to ensure there is environmental sustainability. We know here it is really, the weather is not good, and people, they don't like to plant trees. So we advocate in the community where we live to plant trees, or in our project we have planted trees around so that it can help. And also we advocate for cleaning the environment, removing the litters and the rest. At the same time, we advocate for development, networking, global partnership, and the rest. That's why we have come out through this online presentation. So behind me are the toilets, and there are 3, as you can see, not completed because of lack of finance. One is for the girls, one is for the boys, and one is for the staff. So that also is a great challenge, as we have spoken earlier, that they need to be completed so that the children have good toilets. And we hope with your support, with listening to us and sharing with friends, this clip can reach very far and we can be able to complete those buildings for use. That is our great challenge also in this center. And also, we really need you to come and visit us and see. You can also help us, advise us more on how they can be made better. There are many children, even if you move along the way, you will find them just loitering around in the street. So we really want to make this center to be of help to the children around so that it can serve a better purpose. This is our classroom, and this is where the children, they sleep after taking their meals. But according to the requirement which we have been given by the government, we are supposed to have beds and mattresses. So we use this as provisions for that, but they don't want them since it is cold, and when they sleep down in these mats, they get some diseases which are brought by cold. So if we hope with one time we can get some beds and mattresses for them to rest in instead of these mats. And those are some of their bags. So that is all about the classroom. Through this process that you can be able to hear from us, to network with us, to partner with us, to cooperate with us, to send some volunteers to come and see what we do. We really believe in that, because we cannot achieve anything on our own unless we partner together, unless we consult each other, unless we share our ideas, unless you also share your ideas to us to help us achieve our goals. And for this, we only propose some of the permanent projects, like the poultry keeping project, where we can do that as a form of farming by getting tools, by getting some places to hire or to lease or to buy for digging, so that we can have our own produce, getting some source of water, digging some wells, then we can be watering our plants. So at the end of the day, these children will have enough food, because to depend on some donations every time, sometimes it delays and sometimes it's not there. Like now is when we are beginning. We have only few people who sometimes think of us, and then it is not something which is a constant. Sometimes there, sometimes not there. So we really find it very hard. But if we have our projects like the poultry keeping, and also doing some supporting the women with some capital to do their small businesses and get some money, then we can really move forward and we can really achieve our goals within the shortest time. So we hope by you listening to us, by coming to visit us, by coming to see what we do, by partnering with us, we can really move forward. We thank you, and we hope that with you listening to us, there will be a change in whatever we are doing. The challenges will reduce just by sharing your experience also to us. We will move forward. Thank you and be blessed. We want to sing. Which song can you sing?
Sleeping, are you sleeping?
Okay, so these are our volunteers. We don't say that because we don't pay them anything. They are just volunteering, helping us. If it was about to pay, then we can just be alone. So they are very